Hey, well, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody is doing well. I'm doing pretty good, cannot complain. So, I'm getting ready to show you another way, or I'm just showing you another way that I utilize my kefir. And this is, of course, I'm just reusing this bottle. I love the shape of this bottle because of the, the compactness and the way the neck is made and whatnot. It allows it to continue to ferment in a more in an area that's smaller, and it really just gives it a thicker. Because did I second ferment this? No, this one is not second, because I did two batches last this week. I did because I tried to second ferment one with some coconut flakes. A little fail. I don't know if I put too many. I don't know what happened, but that was a little fail. But the other part of it, I just allowed to be. But it gets so thick inside of this container, and I just really love it. But nonetheless, sorry, I'm just getting ready to have some mountain tea. Let me turn off my tea kettle. Okie dokie. So, as I was getting ready to say, so yeah, so this is how I enjoy it. So, we all need immune boosters. It doesn't matter if we were not in COVID, you still need immunity boosters. And the best ways are to add different nutrients and minerals to your diet, or to your diet or your life, and that is through food. You can take various supplements, vitamins, minerals and things like that, but through food is a good way to get what you need. And this is more than a cup, more than a measured cup. Oh, and it's more. That's not a fluid, but this is more than a measured cup. So I would say that this is probably a cup and a half that I have in here. I just blindly put it in there because all you need is a couple of cups of that per day. A couple of cups of fruit, a couple of cups of vegetables. Um, Preferably, versus you're doing both. Something mineral, with different minerals in it and things of that nature. You just need a bit per day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I picked these up. So glad because normally I get them. I get them from different places. Normally I get them from Dollar Tree, but I've been purchasing the bigger bags in the last year, and I get them from different places. But Aldi had one with cherry in it and stuff like that. So I had been two different kinds. One with cherries in it and other berries, and then another one with the various berries. So anyway, I went to Jewel, and they had these for the same price. This was on sale. Normally, this is more than it is, but it was comparable to the price that I get them at Jewel. So I mean Aldi. So I picked it up. So nonetheless, so I have here, like I said, I put maybe like this is a cup and a half fruit in here, and I've been using this. And what I'm going to do, if I don't buy another one, and I probably won't, I think what I'm going to do is, if I can, I'm going to get to the store this weekend, and I'm going to purchase beets. And what I'm going to do, I really do, I think I have some canned beets. I know I have some frozen, but the ones I have frozen, I'm saving that for uh, hummus, to prepare hummus, a lemon beet hummus. Nonetheless, so what's going to happen when this is done? I'm going to, well, not when it's done, before it's done, really. I'm going to dehydrate some beets and grind them up. Now, I guess with a few of these, so in here, this is beetroot, goji berries, cinnamon, ginger, black pepper. So I don't, I think I've eaten all of the goji berries. Well, I might have some goji berry in the, but I think I ate all of the goji berries. But if I do have some, I'll include them. But cinnamon, ginger, and the black pepper, is definitely something that I'm going to be incorporating into my blend if I just don't use beet all together. But I think it would help if I added those different ingredients as well. So I'm going to dehydrate and grind and blend and make my own beet powder, more or less. So what I do, normally I'll use a measuring spoon, but I don't have that in front of me right now. So what I'm going to do is just open this up, and you see how it looks very pretty, and just try to eyeball about 2 teaspoons. That's more than 2 teaspoons. Oh, try to close this up. I hate to keep stuff open when I'm, although let me get the air out of it. So, and then I just add the milk. I should be, excuse me. Of course, now the powder of this is affecting me. I'm really supposed to stir this, shake this up. Let me give it a good little shake. Shaker, shaker, shaker. Shaker, shaker, shaker. Shake your behind. Shake your behind. You can do it. Okay, oh, shaking. Not the best, but yeah. And this is a good milk. I don't know if you've seen any video that I have, but this is a good milk. I think it's raw. Oh, sorry. So I think about a couple of cups, because it's going to increase anyway. If you're making it for one person or two, this is be enough for 2 people. I think this is pasture grazed. I think this is raw. I'm not sure. Is it not? It's not raw, but yeah, it's not homogenized, and it does have like some cream at the top. Oh, so lovely. So let's get this started. But yeah, this is just a good way to drink your kefir, especially if you don't do a second ferment or you don't flavor, you want to flavor it, because you don't want that to play it's not palatable for everybody, in which you understand that. So I was showing you before, there are different ways to flavor. You can put preserves in it, or jelly jam, whatever, stuff like that. Honey, put a little honey in it, put a little of these little flavor, whatever you have that like. Don't throw sugar in it though. Okay, let's get started here. Hopefully this is done. I thought I had my cup over here. Hold on. So I mentioned my mountain tea. I don't know if you're familiar with. I think it's Greek. It's a Greek mountain tea. Is something that I'm getting ready to take because I feel like I'm coming down with a little something something, and when I feel like that, I try to stay warm, number one, and take warm drinks. And I know this is not a warm drink, but I do need this as well, and I'm just putting it in here because I was thinking that it was going to be a lot. So but this is something I drink, like I said, and this is daily. I drink kefir daily. It doesn't have to be, I don't have to take it with the fruit daily, but because you normally I'll either have a smoothie or this. So now I just incorporate them both into one, and you can add your greens in it as well. I'm going to be doing a green powder, dehydrating probably some like kale and collards, some different green leafies, of substance. Dehydrate those and grind those into a powder. You have what? Your own green powder. You don't have to go online buying things that you don't even really know what's really in it. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what you put in it, and it's what you can tolerate. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is a long video, which is okay. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to take something because I don't know what I did. I can feel that, and it's not really coming down with something. I can feel that I ate something or drank something dirty. Um, I know that don't sound good, but sometimes there could be bacterias in certain things that you've eaten, or on something. Maybe you had a piece of fruit you didn't clean off good, or there's just different things. That's why being sanitary and hygienic in your kitchen and things of that nature is very important. A lot of people, and I keep saying this on people's videos, and I know they don't appreciate it, but I have to say it. And what I'm saying, I say it to people who are professionals, not necessarily to people who are just lay people. But like to chefs, people that you call yourself a professional chef, yet I see you take a spoon, dip it into something and eat off of it, or just really bad habits, really dirty habits, and that are wrong for you to convey or to show in the public. You should be teaching better than that, because these are things that we know from our own home. A lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us know this from our own home. You don't do that. You don't, because you're just only, what you're doing is introducing a bunch of bacteria, the wrong bacteria, not the good bacteria, but you're introducing the wrong bacteria into this food, and stuff is going to grow in there, and you're giving it to other people are getting sick from it. They can get sick from it. And then too, who just wants to eat out of your mouth? That's wrong. And some people say, well, I'm the only one that's going to eat it. No, that's not true. Things happen. Somebody comes over, or whatever, and a lot of these people, that's not true, that you're going to be the only one eating it, because you have a whole production staff there. People, you have camera people, you got producers, you got people right there who are going to taste what you just put your whole mouth into. Use a separate something to taste it. Have tasting spoons. We learned this in culinary school. This is not something that's new to us. Even, I'm sure, in home ec, these are things that, although home ec probably doesn't exist anymore, I know it's called catering in some countries, if they still offer it. But you have tasting spoons, and you taste it, and when you're done, put the spoon in the sink or to the side, preferably in the sink or wherever you've lined up your dirty things. And then if you need to taste it again, you use something different to dip in there. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. And then too, some people, and this is no disrespect to people, but some people, they have their animals in the kitchen, and I've seen some on the counter while they're cooking. And if you're cooking for you and your family and that's what you like, that's fine. But if you're cooking for other people, that's not a good thing, because especially people who don't keep animals or don't know that you are doing that, that's wrong, because you're going to have, it's just a whole nother thing. I don't want to talk too much about it, because I know a lot of people have animals and they don't have animals at a home, I should say, because some of us might have animals, but they're not in the home. But you have animals in the home, and I don't want to, and my intention is not to disrespect or offend anyone. It's just to put information out there. I was going to say something. So yeah, you have to be very, very sanitary in the kitchen, because things happen. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now, I know what to do to get rid of it, and I know how to clean my system out. And I'm going to take that mountain tea, and I'm going to see what I feel like, and then I'm going to use something else to actually just remove it from my whole system if I need to. You understand what I mean? So yeah, so let us be very, wise and be careful about those things when cooking and preparing food and things of that nature, and not just preparing food. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Preparations that you make, because I'm getting ready to start doing a lot of my own. Already do my hand soap like I do my hand soap like a foamy hand soap. Making that, I'm going to be making my own soap, my own dishwashing liquids, my own laundry detergent, and my own lotions, and already make my own face wash. But I'm going to go back to making, using my own lotions or body creams and things like that. But in that preparation, still things have to be sanitary. Just like when I make my kefir, everything is or when I'm canning or dehydrating things, I sanitize and clean every single area and things that I'm going to be using in my hands and things like that. I mostly I have gloves on, or I'm just washing it, and I'm always in an apron. If you see me, I'm mostly always in an apron. Oh, somebody would think I was Hazel for real. But nonetheless, let me know if you know about the Hazel, that Hazel reference too. Leave that in the comments. But nonetheless, so I was just watching really, because another thing I'm getting ready to get into are medicinals, making my own medicinal preparations, salves, tinctures, oils, things of that nature, my own things like that. Get back into that, because that's something, I'm back to basics, you guys. I'm back to basics. I'm coming back. I'm shifting and I'm adjusting. You know what I mean? So, but I was watching this really cool video. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Let me see what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. And there was someone, interviewing them about, the things that they make and things like that. But the way the place was set up, I was like, you don't have on gloves. They don't have on any kind of protective gear. They have somebody in there interviewing them who also is smelling and touching things. It was very unsanitary. I was like, and and they have a big operation too. It's just mom and pop. It's a small, but I'm saying they do a lot of, different. They put out a lot of products, and they grow the products, and they process their products, and they sell their products. But they had the person in there plus themselves, the way they were touching everything and smelling, and they were not geared up. It didn't look sanitary. I saw some place where they process things. I was like, this don't look clean at all. I mean, they could, I know things get dirty. I'm not saying that it should, but there was some ways that I feel like they should be wiping this down. I don't know if it's just them two that work together alone, or if they have help or what, but they need to take time off and clean down things after they're done, at least, every 2 to 3 days, if they can't do it every day. And two, if you have guests or interviews or people interview, you can't allow them to touch stuff and smell stuff. And, it's like, and this is during COVID that this happened. So it's not even something that happened pre-COVID, but I was thinking like, ooh. And I really thought I wanted to buy something from them, but it's like, if I buy something from you, is something going to be contaminated? Because they looked like they were contaminating the things that they were doing. I was like, oh, this don't look right. And like I said, the lady who was doing the stuff, she didn't have on gloves, she didn't have on a mask, and because I feel like when you're doing things, because you don't want to breathe, you just don't want to contaminate. She didn't have on a mask. I was wearing a mask before when COVID came. When I clean up, when there's different things I'm doing, I have. That's why one reason I have actually had masks available when COVID came, because there were no way to get them. So nonetheless, so yeah, she didn't have on like an apron. She just had on her own clothes. It's like, no, you're supposed to have on something to protect your clothes, no, protect the product, number one, and then protect your clothing as well. And she didn't have, like I said, no gloves. I was like, mm-mm, this don't look right at all, but this does not look good. But they had a lot of products, a lot of good stuff, which encouraged me to really jump out here and really be doing this again on my own as well. But I was not encouraged by the. Anyway, guys, let me taste this while I'm here. Hold on. I'm bumming it. I'm bumming it today. But this is one of my favorite straws. I love Dunkin' Donuts straws that are the pink and the orange. You don't find them in all of them sometime anymore, but I do love them. And this is a tall one. They do have pink, all pink, and some that are the orange and pink that are shorter than this. But let me try, just taste this. Hold on, because I know I put a little bit more beet powder in it than. Mm, so good, so refreshing, and it even tastes a little citrusy as well. So anyway, I just want to come back and encourage us and remind us to eat well, boost your immunity. Don't, because I was just thinking how people are. There was a young lady, let me just say this. There was a young lady that recently passed away. And she was, even when you see people, they might be heavy set or heavy or, mid heavy. And you think, oh, not that they look healthy or anything, but still, when you see people, just because they're heavy or thin, they could be suffering from malnutrition. What? Malnutrition. A lot of us, we don't remember that nutrition is a big part of what we need. A lot of people who always eating out or always eating different kind of junk foods and feeding their children. Now, all junk food all the time. I'm not saying once a blue moon or once a month or however, you're eating out or whatever, you're eating a little something. Always make sure that you have nutrition in your food, because that is how our bodies develop. You might grow, but or you might have a certain weight, but your nutrition is, you don't have any nutritional value in your body, and none in your food, none in your body, none in your life. Add nutrition. Somebody asked me a question the other day about dehydrating. They were like, well, doesn't dehydrating the food cause nutritional loss? Well, yes and no. There's it's not a significant amount, especially if you're dehydrating at the proper um, temperatures and things like that, and temperatures and um, time. At the right temperature and time level. No, it's not significant. But even so, there's a way to add the nutrition to any meal. There's a way to, if something is, you dehydrated, it has lost a little, because it's not even significant. Like I said, it's still something that's fully nutritious that you're eating. But you can always add to it, add bone broth, or a stock or something like that, or add another. Like I was saying, I'm going to be dehydrating some greens, different various leafy greens. Add leafy greens to it. Add some different powders and things like that. There's a way to add nutrition to your meals that you are cooking, even if you are cooking. Because sometimes I would, I open up a can or something from I want to call it processed, somewhat of a processed food. You still can add nutrition to it. I'm going to add something to something that I'm doing, because I need a multi thing. I don't want to just eat something just to be eating it. I need nutrition. Okay, and I'm going to add stuff to it. If it's oil with herbs, just something fermented. You know what I mean? Just white wine vinegar, something to boost the nutrition of that particular food, even if it's something again from a can, from whatever. I'm going to add things to it that are going to give me what I need in my body for that day. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I know I've talked a lot and this has been a long video. We can touch on these conversations and more in upcoming videos. And if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned, anything that I said, please don't hesitate to leave that comment. If there's any kind of video that you'd like to see, or there's something that you, again, that you know, like for us to touch on, please do leave that information in the comment section, because I'm all about that. I'm all about the nutrition. I'm all about life skills. I'm all about back to basics. And like I said, I'm going to be doing things, a lot of things, you know, self-care things, and whatnot, to, you know, prolong, not just to prolong your life, but to have the best life that you can live daily. You know what I'm saying? Living victoriously daily, on a daily basis. You know, even if, like, and I always say this, I know people hate it, but I would say, even if I died tomorrow or next week, today or in this week, I lived well. I ate well. You know, I respected well. I gave self care well. And a big part of my self care is having a relationship with the Lord. Because if you don't have a relationship with the Lord, or having a relationship with the Lord, I should say, gives me wisdom. It gives me vitality. It gives me purpose. It gives me reason. It just makes me more robust in whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? Even if I'm having a nap, it's giving me substance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so a lot of people, they run around Jesus, 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 but they really don't have Jesus, or have that particular connection or relationship that they need with Jesus. You know, so yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to add that, those few little things. And like I said, just leave a comment if I left anything out, or if I mentioned something that was controversial, or that you wanted more information about, and if I could, you know, discuss it, let's do that. So anyway, let's continue this party over at Facebook. I will leave our Facebook information. Sorry if I'm not always there. I need to do something about that, because it used to be a time where I was connected to my other groups, or I'm not groups, but my other pages, like Lickety Split, but now I'm not able to share. It's something, I don't know. I put in a request to them to let them know or feedback, to let them know the problem I was having, because it's like, it's no fun if I cannot just share. I gotta keep or log in here and log out and log in. I don't have time for all of that. I need things to be boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? I need it to be, you know, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, let me go on so I can have my tea and my kefir. Stay warm. I'm getting ready to do my floors. My floors are a mess. My rug by the stove keeps moving. I don't know why it moves like it does. But anyway, I'm gonna put something under it. One of those, you know, rug things. Anyway, so yeah, let me check out of here now. Love you guys very much. It's always good to spend time with you guys. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye for now.